Can you hear me in the room?
Okay. All right. So let me try to not have too not have an echo going. Okay, and then let me set this up so the screen looks different. Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see who's all in the audience. And what brings you to Xactimate? I want to know if you know Xactimate already, if you've never used it before. KCJ is going to join us. I'm gonna pull up Xactimate. Kacy, say hi.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Why is my? Let me change my. I want to make sure. This is Casey's first time, so he's camera shy today for no reason. You're really ladies. Are
Yes,
you
please
single?
forgive me.
Oh, and he's a Q, so that's a plus plus. You get bonus points for being a Q. He lives in Texas. Tell him about your experience. How maybe tell him how we met.
Oh, so I've been working in insurance for about 5, 6 years. I've been working on Xactimate for about 5, 6 years. So uh, knowledge is fair. It's good. It's continual education because the field is always growing. So you're always continuing to learn. Abahi and I met on a deployment uh, not too long ago. Met on the deployment, talked about insurance, went over claims, helped each other out, and kind of just went from there.
Right.
Yeah, both
Yep.
both kind of want the same thing out of the same field, so how can you go wrong? Good vibes.
Exactly. So he's going to go over the basics today of how we can use Xactimate. But what I wanted to also go over is that even without, and Casey, maybe you agree, don't agree, but even without a license, somebody could actually do really well just knowing Xactimate.
Yes, I would agree with that. If you can learn Xactimate, you can definitely you really won't even need an adjuster license. Adjuster license can get you into the game, but if you passionate about Xactimate, man, it can take your insurance experience and everything to a whole nother level, man.
Exactly. And that's what I really want to show because, are you level 1 or level 2 certified?
So I'm just getting certified right now.
Right.
I've
And
been,
so a question
yeah, I've
so
been working in claims and stuff like that, and now it's kind of downtime to where I actually have the time to really go in and like do the certifications. But
right, but you didn't need the certifications to get deployed, right? You
no,
didn't need the certifications to get your first opportunity. And that's where a lot of people think like, oh, let me get the Xactimate level 1 and Xactimate level 2 and they spend several $100s if not thousands have
yeah, I would I
$40
would say
training programs out
get
there
the info for free. Since you already have an insurance, if
to
you already
be
have
able
an
to
adjuster's license, or if you
help
want to
you.
get in the field, it's nothing like the firsthand experience of, actually being in the field and going on inspections and, claim handling. So therefore, once you know what it's like to handle a claim from beginning to end, when you're doing this Xactimate, online, it's a lot easier
Mhm.
opposed to you have never handled a claim before. You're gonna be totally lost.
Right. Right. And the thing is that I mean like this you just need even the basics, just the basics cuz that will do you a world of
Yeah.
good in order to get to in order to get to the next set. So if those of you who are watching, we want to know what your experience is and as we said before, as we've been mentioning, I don't have the level 1, level 2 certifications. I really don't plan on getting the level 1 and level 2 certifications, except the fact that I would like to be able to teach and provide the level 1 and level 2 certifications for viewers who are watching this. But you have to get to level 3 in order to be able to have Xactimate's permission to give the other 2 certifications. So right now you're working with the contractor, right?
Yeah. Right now, I work with contractors and help them build estimates, help them get their estimates, on behalf for the insurance.
Right, right. And if you know, and so here's Xactimate. If you've never seen Xactimate before, this is the basic structure. Now, there is free trials with from you can get from Xactimate. You can go online. Are you doing that, Kacy, or do you pay for it?
What I did was I got the annual subscription, and then there's a ton of classes. There's a ton of information. That's where you can go into the Xactware. You can get your certifications. So yeah, I've downloaded the software, so I have Xactimate on the laptop, and then I also have an Xactware account where I go in there, and that's where you can learn a lot.
Yeah, and I know several. I was telling you the other day, some companies find adjusters through that Xactaware account.
Yeah.
So when you get the Xactaware ID, I think it's called, when you
Uh
have
huh.
the Xactaware ID, other companies can see that. So they're like, oh, okay, he must be a current adjuster if he's spent the money, because it's like almost $2,000 to get it for the year.
Yes.
So if
Yeah.
you have that, they're looking at you like, this dude is serious, right? So
Hmm.
he must be out there working, he must be knowledgeable, and they see your queue going up, because if you're on the cloud, I believe some of those things are accessible, because that's how we send them, right? When we were working at deployment, we send them up into the cloud, and your TMs and your higher ups are able to take a look at that. Now, also, Kacy didn't tell you too that he's been the inside adjuster, right? And you've also worked as a field adjuster too, right? And you've also done
Exactly.
contents, which is also another form of exact contents, is a different piece of Xactimate and the Xactaware services, but we're not going to go over that today. Contents are a murder. Like, I mean, it's a beast to do contents. It's a beast to do contents. You really like Liberty Mutual has just contents adjusters. Like, they don't even like
Hmm.
their field adjusters do not handle contents. But the deployment we were working on, they wanted us to handle contents too. But I guarantee 8 out of 10 times most people try to find a way to get the homeowner to do the content, so that the contents actually never come back to us, right? So
Right.
it can be like that, because we're looking to maximize our effort and our time. So I don't know, Kacy, can you pull up Xactimate and then share your screen? I got the basic form up for us. And when you can get past the basics, ladies and gentlemen, when you can get past the basics of understanding how to use the software, what to do with the software, then if you have questions, your management is going to look at you like, okay, she's got a question, but she or he is able to at least get this first basics out the way. I can give them more claims. I could keep them around longer, right? The deployment we worked on, a lot of people left before us, likely because their Xactimate skills weren't good. Right?
Yeah, that is
That's
a
what I'm
reason.
thinking.
It can like being proficient in Xactimate can help you stay on the deployment a lot longer than you would have if your skills weren't proficient in Xactimate.
Exactly.
It's just like that extra notch, like it gives you that extra notch above everybody else.
Right, right, exactly right. So I get the question all the time. Do you, do I need it? Do I need to get this? And it's like, it's really between the yes and the no. It's, no, to get the deployment, you may not have to have the experience, but you are going to be asked to either leave early, or you're just only going to be given one opportunity. You may be the last to be called, because they do call adjusters out in different rounds and different phases. So if you're looking as a way to best maximize your opportunity, if you're looking for a way to best maximize your abilities, then knowing Xactimate to a degree is going to be very helpful for you. And for those of you who are like, well, how do I get experience without experience? Well, this is one way to do that. You get the program. You don't have to have a license to get the program. Again, there is a free 30-day trial program, so you can start using it for free. They do have a book out there. I think the book is like $60-$70 to get the book, and you can start to master it. You can, and when you do like those other training programs out there, you might have to leave work for 6 days. So now you're either using your vacation pay or you're not working, and so you're some way or another it's costing you more than $1,400, because then you probably have to pay for your hotel. You probably have to pay for food while you out there. I remember when I first was getting started, pilot was like, "Hey, come on out," and they sent me down for 6 days. And I went and did training with them for Xactimate, but I had to pay for my hotel. My car got damaged while I was there. This metal pipe went through my windshield or crashed into it. So I had to deal with that while I was down there. And so for 6 days, I was away from work. I was trying to eat some crawfish while I was down in Alabama. It was out of season, so I was unhappy about that. Then you got to think about the travel. You still have to get to the location. It's about a 6 to 7 hour drive from where I live to the where are they? Not Birmingham, Mobile. I think they actually have they have 2 facilities. They took us to 2 facilities while we were down there. But that small bit of exposure definitely helped when I went out and started working for contractors when I got back. And one thing I'm going to show everybody are some jobs real quick while you're pulling up Xactimate. Let me show everybody some jobs that you can use and how to search for Xactimate jobs. There's some even on the unlikely known site called Upwork. So let me share my screen real quick and show everybody where they can even start looking for work while you pull that up. So you can see that. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So Upwork, you can see that there's some people who see how much people are charging, $95 an hour for Xactimate. $60 over in Colorado. These are professional Xactimate writers. And this guy has earned over $60,000 charging $60 an hour. Who would want to make 60 grand? Okay, let's see. We have Tiger Lily. They said, I've used Xactimate before, but was switched to contents, which didn't require sketching. But seeing how critical being a sketching whiz is for traditional desk and field deployments, it can be. Sketching is tricky. Okay, sometimes you get a house with like 10 different, a room with 10 different sides, right? And you're like, boy, I'm just gonna square this out. How many times, Kacy, you be like, shoot, this round arch wall is not gonna be round on my estimate, right? I'm just gonna make sure this is a sketch. So Kacy, I don't know, he's having some couple of difficulties, but it's true. When you go into sketching, and we'll get into the sketching here in just a bit, we'll probably only spend no more than 11 o'clock. I'm not going to keep you guys all night. But okay, so he's got Xactimate up there. Good. All right, so we see your screen over there. I'm going to show a few more of these writers. So if you get good with Xactimate, ladies and gentlemen, this other lady, she's charging $65 an hour, earning $30K doing Xactimate. Just Xactimate right, and then they don't take that long to write it. We have this Dominica. She's charging $125 an hour just to do Xactimate writing. Okay, now here's some so now that's where the talent is. So I'm showing you all this so you can kind of see where what your pricing would be. Most of the time I ask people, how much do you want to get paid? A lot of people don't know. But now
Yeah.
you can come in and you can look and you can say, okay, I should be in the range between $40 and $100 once I get to a certain level. In the beginning, you probably want to charge less so you can have more opportunities to show your worth. Now let's
Mhm.
see what jobs are out there. Xactimate, hire professionals. I think that's how you do that. No, I don't want to. I want to look now. If you really get to networking with people, you never really have to search for work. People will find you, and that's I think how you found the position that you're working with contractors now. Is that you knew somebody, right, that needed an Xactimate writer, and that's how you got the position with the contractor, right?
Yeah, once you once you get proficient enough in it, you'll be able to. It's just when you talk to people, you'll tell them, hey, and whether someone is a contractor, whether they work with contractors, anytime there's anything dealing with a property insurance claim, a lot of times they use Xactimate as a software. So you working with that in so many different areas that you can work in with just being proficient in Xactimate. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right, right. And so here is where you can see there's 6 jobs available. There's a fixed
Hmm.
price here of 500. Then down here they're paying $60 to $80 for Xactimate. Um,
Wow.
this one down here is for Florida only. I guess maybe they want you to be kind of local. But $250 for your Xactimate. Down here we have another hourly, and they're saying less than 30 hours, but you get 25 to 75. And if you're doing this part-time, because like we said, they don't take that long to write up an estimate. Contractors just, number one, don't know how to use Xactimate. And number two, they just don't have time. They have teams to manage, they got
Hmm.
products to buy, supplies.
Yeah.
They just don't have time. So then you have this other one down here for 30 to 45 bucks. And let's go to Indeed is a popular place to search for a job. Let's see if they have some Xactimate writers. Let's see, you're in Texas, so let's see what they have over in Texas. Um, uh, uh,
Hmm.
so they don't have exactly just Xactimate. Let me see. These are all field adjuster positions. Let's see if we can go to let's see if Louisiana, that's another state that I get a lot of inquiries. Okay. Xactimate
Hmm.
estimate writer Hurricane Ida claim 60 to 90,000 a year.
Wow.
Make you like, dang man. And here's the thing, you can when you're independent and the Xactimate writer, you could work for 3 or 4 of these companies.
Right.
Right? You could work for 3 or 4 of
Right.
them and you just manage them, you do a good job.
You should
Okay.
you giving them the game, Abai. You giving them the game. You gotta give them a little bit at a time. You give them a lot.
Right? Okay. So
You give them a lot.
that site I was using was called Upwork. Okay, but it's
Hmm.
you can Google search. I'm sure you can Google search Xactimate. But here's the other plus to that: as you use these companies, pay you while you get the experience. And
Right.
maybe if you need some help, you call somebody like Kacy. He hops on because he's a real friendly guy. He helps you out with an estimate. You pay him half of what you get. So now you look good to that other company, you start to get more claims. Okay. They start to test you out with one, see how you do. 3, 4 come around later. Okay. So Kacy, are you ready to show us your screen? And then we'll go through the basics. I can always show more jobs, and I can also show my Xactimate screen too. But yeah, there's field adjusters needed for hurricane reinspection claims. If you're re-inspections, I didn't know, but older adjusters do not like reinspection claims, right?
Yeah.
Because just don't. We want to get there first, and we want to move on. And not have to worry about those things. So I'm
It's
gonna
good. It's a good experience though.
yeah, it is. Absolutely it is. Now you have to
Yeah.
share your screen. Let me stop sharing mine. You got to share your screen.
I gotta
Oh,
share my
actually,
screen.
actually it's sharing. Hold on. Don't worry, it's already
Oh, all
sharing.
right.
It's already sharing. Okay, so that's the lead projects. Now start a new project for us.
Uh huh.
And so here, everybody, you just kind of put in. Every company probably might be different. I just usually put in the first and last name. So we'll do John Doe as
Oh,
as the test.
oh, all right. We'll start it off as John Dow.
Right. J Pay. There we go. That's
Ooh.
good enough. This is only a test. It's only a test. Everybody excuse the spelling mistakes. Everybody
Right.
excuse the spelling mistakes. We're just trying this
Everybody see
for.
it all right.
I think so. I think it's pretty decent.
Okay.
And this is the desktop version. So when you do the online version, it is going to be a little bit different. That little blue side is not going to be there, but the main section that you're seeing will be there. That will be up there. Okay, so now you got the John Doe. Let's open that up. And then the first thing, ladies and gentlemen, you have to do is you put the information for the client in there. You having a little bit of IT trouble?
Yeah.
No worries. No worries. If you're having some trouble, what we'll do is, okay, let's do this. I have the Xactimate up on my screen. I'll share it on this side. And then what we'll do is you'll lead the convo for it.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've got this screen. Okay. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the first stuff you do, you fill out. You fill out John Doe. I got 112 Lady Lane. Okay, we'll do Columbus, Ohio, 43210 or 20, whatever. You fill in the name, email. Okay, everybody. Now, the next thing that you really want to focus on is the date of loss. Tell everybody what the date of loss is.
So the date of loss is the date that the loss happened to the property.
Correct.
So, go ahead.
Yep. The insured will generally give you that data loss. Okay. That's important for the insurance companies because they want to make sure, one, the policy was active, right? Because first, the insurance company, they're going to look for a way to maybe not pay the claim. So you always want to check that. And then they're also going to make sure that that let's say you had a storm and somebody says, oh, I had a storm February 12th. And then they go look at the storm reports. It hasn't been a storm in Arizona in 6 months. They're going to look at you funny. They're going to say, what storm was that? What storm was that, right? So you have the date of loss, and then you put the date inspected, which is the day the field adjuster generally went out and actually inspected it. Okay. So now you have the coverage losses is going to be your next important area. You'll put the claim number in at the top, the policy, the type of loss. Let's say it was a wind claim because that's what we were working. And you put in the policy dates. Again, we've got to make sure it's active. And then you put in the deductible. Kacy, please explain how the deductible works.
In regards to so the deductible is not actually something. It's not you don't actually pay the deductible. It's so you have a number. Say your deductible is $2,000, right? You won't get a payment issued. The owner of the property won't get the payment issued. The insurer won't get the payment issued unless the damage exceeds the deductible. So it's not the same as auto. Auto's different. You actually have to come up with that. The property's a little bit different, and within understanding how a deductible works, it makes the claim handling process a lot different. Different perils have different deductibles. So you have to ensure that the loss and the deductible and the peril all match.
Right. That's a good point. I love how you say that. You said that your loss, the damages have to exceed the deductible. So otherwise the homeowner is going to get a loss below deductible. Your deductible is what you bring to the table for a repair. So if it's below that, you're not going to receive a payment from your insurance company. I would love to know
Mm-hmm.
if anybody's watching, who their insurance company is too. Because as Kacy said, different perils do have different deductibles. Sometimes it's a percentage deductible,
Mm-hmm.
and so then you have to calculate that in. Sometimes it's a flat rate deductible, and so you have to calculate that. Then we have the parameters. You got to check your price list for the month of the time. That's why you asked the data loss. So we were talking
Mm-hmm.
about it being in February, and now I have a little freeze up. Oh, because it wants to know my tax. Oh,
Oh,
what?
jurisdiction.
Yeah, hold on. Let me share this again, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just a second. Yeah, now in the tax jurisdiction, I just put the zip code in, and then from there, it actually
Automatically.
yeah, it automatically tells me because I don't. There's different sites that will tell you what the tax is, but
Mm-hmm.
I just put in whatever. I was doing an estimate the other day for a contractor, and that's where the differences were between the two estimates. It was in the tax, and so I was like,
Okay.
yeah, I was like, man, that's tough.
Yeah, the
So
tax, the labor, all of that.
yes, now you know the labor doesn't get taxed, only the materials, and then only the
Mm-hmm.
replacement, and that's what we was looking at too. Because I was teaching him, I was like, let me just teach you, because I was writing all his supplements, and I just ran out of time, and I was charging him. I charged him 150 an hour, so it's like you can't really, do really well using um using your skill set. All
Yeah,
right,
you can.
right. Okay, so my Xactimate is coming back up. Now I got to
Mm-hmm.
use a different. I got to use a different. I don't know what happened to that coin. I don't know. It's disappeared. So let me share my screen.
Yeah, the good thing when you are starting off in insurance, the good thing is the what you should do is get on everybody's roster. You get on anybody's roster and you apply to every job you can. And then all if you're going to get in property, apply to all of it. The first deployment you get, say yes and learn. Just be willing to learn. And from there, just pick it up.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
say,
I do
hey,
know.
go
I know
ahead.
some people that say, you know what, I was going to Orlando for a vacation. Maybe I hit y'all back when I get back. That opportunity is going to be gone. And I do have a roster list.
Yeah.
So if anybody would like to get that roster list, there'll be a link in the chat to be able to get that roster list. So am I sharing my screen? Hold on, let me share
Yes,
my
I can
other
see it.
screen. Let me share the other screen. Share. Let's see. Window. And here we go again. So this is your work area. This is your work area. So now we have sketch, and we'll go through just the tops. You can kind of tell everybody what each of the tools are here, because these are your tools. So I already have a sketch here. Um so you have your room that you can use, your roofing tool. This one will provide your roof sketch. So if you need it, if this is a gable roof, oops, yeah, it happens like that. So if you wanted
Yeah.
to change out different areas, but this is a simple gable roof. If you needed to change out your numbers, there's buttons to allow you to do that. Now we can't go over every single thing, but we just wanted to give you the basics so that you're not afraid of Xactimate and getting out there, and just to really show you the opportunity in being able to use Xactimate to build up your business. But you can see like this kitchen here. If I wanted to change the name of this room, you just right click, and let's say this, maybe this was a dining room,
Hmm.
and you can just simply change the names of that. if you wanted to. Now, do you ever use these block tools or area tools?
Yeah, most definitely. I use annotations. I use the block tools. I use the lines. The more detailed you can, it separates you from everyone else. So if someone else is looking at it and you know that you're going to have contractors and other adjusters looking at it, uh, go ahead and if you were in that room or you know where it is and you have the room drawn out, use the annotations, use the lines, say, hey, this is where the damage is on this back wall back here. So that
Right.
anyone looking at it, including the insurer, knows where you are estimating for the damage.
Right. Yep. And this one, for some reason, our annotation, I don't know if we have that, but it's
Mhm.
always grayed out on ours.
Okay.
But this block, so everyone, so this is a room. The block is really good. I usually use it for cabinetry
Hmm.
when it comes to the block. So if I
Yeah.
put this block here, cabinets are usually on the bottom. They're usually 3 feet deep. Usually basic cabinetry. So you hit that 3 feet, and when you're using a block, if you hit three, you can actually see. See, we're
Hmm.
building the kitchen, y'all. Right? And then if you have a refrigerator, you would leave that spot out and then you would add more cabinets. Now, what if you have upper cabinets? You have another block. Those are usually 2 feet deep in depth, I should say. So now we go to 2 feet. Okay, we got the cabinets here. Now what we have to do is we have to take this block too, and we have to tell the program that these are not on the ground. So distance from the floor, let's say, I don't know, 5 feet, I guess. And that they're
Yeah.
above.
Four feet to put it. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do 4. See?
Yeah.
Look, now we got
There you
upper
go.
cabinets.
Hmm.
Right? Now we got upper cabinets. And this is important. You would look really good to an insurance company if you put that block up there, right? And then, hold on, let me go to 1. And you do those properties and you take away the area behind it and underneath it. Okay, because if they not going to paint right there, why are we paying for paint right there? Right? So you
Yep.
take out that behind. For block 1, I'm gonna take out the floor because I'm not replacing the floor underneath the cabinets. Why would I
Yep.
pay for floors underneath there? Right? So remove
Right.
floor behind. No, I want underneath. I want below. This is below. So I'm gonna put yes. Okay. So that's one way to use the block tool. Now some people draw toilets. I don't know how to draw toilets. I haven't drawn toilets in the shower, but yeah, there's one contractor, he knows how to draw toilets. I haven't mastered the toilet game yet. With Xactimate. He puts the tank in there and the circle and I guess what's the bottom part of the toilet called? I
The
don't know.
drain. The
The base, what we sit on.
Oh yeah, the base of the tub. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he'll put the tubs in there and all of that too. So this is an example of the cabinets. Now, to get to this kitchen, you might have a missing wall or an entryway to be able to get from the kitchen to another room. So now you can see there's an entryway right there. And if you wanted to put a window, because kitchens, you got to put where you going to put the pie if you don't have a window. Right, so then you put
Yeah.
this window. Now that's a basic window. If you're really good, you learn what the difference in windows are, right? Because then you
Hmm.
could put your double hung window, and if you click on this window drop down, you got the standard, you got a bay window, okay, the box window, picturesque, and then if you need to, if you have a floor to ceiling window, you can also put that in there for your height. So this height of this window might be 6 feet. Okay, they're saying it's invalid because my ceiling height is only 8. So let's say let me drop down where the base starts. So if I say the base starts at 1, foot and then this window is 6 feet, it'll allow me to do that. And so now that window, see how it improved? Okay, now I'm not getting a lot of comments in, which I always never like because then I don't know if I'm helping people or not. So we've been going for about 40 minutes. Did everybody learn something about Xactimate and how to get jobs from Xactimate? So I'll see if people have any questions. Like I said, if you want the job roster, okay, we got one yes. We got one yes. All right, good. We helped one person. Now, who is going to try to get a job as an Xactimate writer? That's a good question to say. Say, I'm going to try. Say, I'm going to try. I do recommend it. I mean, you saw how much it was paying. What do you have to lose? What do you really have to lose?
We've all done jobs that we probably didn't like. In hindsight, when you look back, you say, "Man, I learned something from that job." So if you're gonna work, do a job like this, like, hey, it's gonna pay me, 60 to 90 grand a year. In the worst case scenario, is you're gonna learn a program that you can take with you for a long time.
Right, exactly right. That's so
And
true. And even if your company uses Symbility, no, it's knowing the basics is going to still do you really, really well. But I would say,
right.
I mean, I don't have hard fact statistics on this, but I would say 80 to 90% of adjusters use Xactimate.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
would
have
agree
hard
with that
facts.
too.
Yeah, I don't have the hard facts, but it's definitely up there, the number of companies that prefer Xactimate over any other estimating software. Okay, so we thank you, Kacy. Thanks you. I thank you all. Actually, everybody say thanks to Kacy in the comments. Just post them there below. For taking his time out tonight. Again, he is a licensed Texas adjuster. And one of the things that's really unique about him is that he's been a desk adjuster. He's worked contents. I met him as a field adjuster. He's working with contractors. He's working the whole Gulf Coast. And what else? Let me think. I mean, that's a lot right there, though. I mean, that's
I didn't
that's
want
a
to stop you.
I
I
mean,
appreciate it.
right. That's a super lot right there. So he gets on roofs. Again, he can do content. So if you guys need help, he would definitely be somebody that if you want more to see more of him and get more help from him, let us know in the comments. That's the only way we'll be able to know if this was helpful. Plus, he's been through what you've gone through of I don't know how to get the licenses. I never even heard of a claims adjuster to begin with. The trial and error of going through the rosters. He already told you, gave you tips on that. And so he can direct you on help with that and skills. And if you bring some work to him, I'm sure that he would be willing to help and both of you can profit from that. So that's, I'm just one person. So I wanted to bring somebody else out who can actually help you guys more than I'm able to help. And he's a great Xactimate writer. So I think that's fantastic. So we won't hold him up anymore. I thank everybody for your time tonight. Don't forget to look in the comments for that job roster, okay? Or the description for the job roster. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.